When people woke up in Chicago this morning, they were hit with a surprise from Mother Nature. A Canadian resident who's in town for the Blackhawks game tonight didn't expect to see snow when she came here.
I thought, wow, I just left the snow, and now I'm back in the snow.
Some cars were covered in snow as others slushed through the roads as snowplow trucks were out in full force to make sure the roads didn't affect the morning's commute.
Take the CTA, yes.
Any difficulties this morning with the snow? Any sort?
No, it's running fine.
Some people in Chicago had favorable opinions of this morning's snowfall while others did not.
It's a part of my life. We embrace it up in Canada, so you gotta love it because you're gonna live in it.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's wintertime, why not, right?
So I got on the train about like 9 o'clock. It was still just kind of like, like light flurries by like, I think like even Britain, by like Berwyn, it was already like heavy flurry.
Heavy flurry. There were big flakes, weren't there?
Yeah, man, but it's wet snow. It doesn't even look like it's gonna stick.
It's awful. I hate it.
Why do you hate it?
Because my hands are already, what's it called?
Chapped?
Yeah, chapped. It's awful.
I think it's nice. I can finally build a snowman and just play outside.
I like the warm weather.
Our Canadian visitor has a piece of advice for those people that aren't fans of the snow.
They need to suck it up and just put their tongue out and catch them.
The average high temperature in Chicago for November is 49 degrees. With this early start to winter, things are not looking good for the rest of the season. Reporting in downtown Chicago, Eric Frazier, Medill reports. National Capital Area YWCA CEO Monica Gray explained why the group held the event.
Last year, we decided that in response to the growing hate speech as well as the growing acts of hate-based violence, that we would hold a rally to make a very public statement about our feelings about supporting our brothers and sisters across all racial and ethnic groups and to push back against racism in our community.
Along with the YWCA, many other groups around the district showed up to the rally to show their support for the cause. One by one, members of those organizations spoke to the crowd to share their stories. Washington, D.C. held its annual National Memorial Day Parade on Constitution Avenue early Monday afternoon. Parade producer and executive director of the American Veterans Center, Tim Holbert, revealed some interesting tidbits of the parade's history.
This is the 15th year for the National Memorial Day Parade. We brought it back after there was a period of almost 70 years in which Washington had been without a parade on Memorial Day weekend. Faded away somewhere around World War II. So we brought it back, it's turned into a great tradition.
About 5,000 people participated in the parade, with a couple of 100,000 people in attendance. It featured high school bands from across the country, all branches of the military, floats from different organizations, and old school military vehicles. Retired Army Colonel Edna Cummings is affiliated with the 688 organization. She has a unique involvement with the parade.
Well, we have 3 veterans here from the 688 who served in Europe during World War II, the only African-American Women's Army Corps unit to serve in Europe during World War II. And with the 3 veterans in the parade, I wanted to walk alongside them just to make sure they didn't overheat and were doing okay.
Advanced to the third round of competition. Each talked about the way they felt coming into the spelling bee.
I am very grateful and also very excited and nervous.
Lugubrious. Lugubrious. Lugubrious.
Correct.
Well, I'm here to say that we cannot afford to be paying millions of dollars taking an unconstitutional bill up to the Supreme Court. For what?
With members of Congress and support groups standing behind her, Representative Terry Sewell from Alabama sounded off to a crowd of supporters in protest against a bill that was passed in her home state at a press conference on Capitol Hill. Representative Brenda Lawrence is the co-chair of the Democratic Women's Caucus.
This has been a constitutional right, and we have states individually trying to roll this back. And the public needs to know we're going to stand up and fight this, and that women around this country know that someone hears them, we recognize what's going on, we're going to fight back, and we got their back.